Okay, guys, so we are having a wacky day, so I've decided to record the notes, load them to YouTube, so that if you're laggy, you don't miss what I'm saying or miss some of the notes. You can just pause your YouTube, rewind your YouTube, and try and catch it again. But for homework last night, you're supposed to prep the notes. So you should have this estimating quotients with your EQ and today's date, which is 10/27/2020. Okay, so we're going to take a look at that EQ. Let's read it to make sure we understand all the key things in it. So we have, how can I use compatible numbers to estimate quotients? So we're looking at compatible, okay? We know how to round, but I want to emphasize compatible. In today's lesson, you can use estimation also, but I want you to get used to compatible as well. So we're looking at compatible. We are looking at estimating, and then we have to remember what quotients are. So when we're talking about quotients, what are we talking about? Answer to division problem. Got to keep that in our minds. Answers to division problems. Okay? And then when we estimate, there's a lot of words that are our clue words for estimation. Okay, and I'm going to put them up over here so that I keep them in my head. We know about is one of them. Another one is rounding. Okay, another one is, if you think of it, you might want to write it down ahead of me. Approximately. Okay, another one, nearly. This is a good one. Oops, nearly. Okay, close to, or almost. And I'm sure there are more. This is just right now what I'm coming up with. Those all will be clue words that tell you to estimate. Do not do the actual math. Okay, we are estimating. Okay. So we have our word problem. Let's take a look at it. It says, suppose you have 134 stamps in your collection. You want to display them on 5 pages of an album with about the same number of stamps on each page. About how many stamps should go on each page? Well, let me read through it again and pull out those important bits as we have been doing all along. Suppose you have 134 stamps in your collection. Well, I know I'm dealing with 134 stamps, okay? You want to display them on 5 pages of an album with about the same number on each page. About how many stamps should go on each page, okay? Oops, I gotta change my color here. So we need our brace map. We need to break it down. The very first thing that we write is our question, okay? Now, our question starts with the clue word. And I'm going to put it in all caps so we keep that in our mind. We are not doing the actual math. We are going to use compatible, please, or you could round. But again, like I said, compatible is what we're trying to work with today, okay? Those numbers that make it really easy to work in our head so we're not doing the actual math. Okay, about how many stamps go on each page. Okay, then I have a total already of 134 stamps. Okay, I want to display them, make it so everybody can see, on 5 pages. Okay, and I want them to have almost equal numbers on each page. Well, I could go, okay, I need 5 pages. Okay, I said 1, I wrote a 2. My brain's jumping ahead. 2, 3, 4, 5 pages. And I need the 134 chopped into those 5 pages. So the visual Is it 134 stamps? Did I draw 134 stamps? No. Did I draw 5 pages of an album? No. But it gives you an idea how you're going to take this and you need to chop it up here. But remember, we're using compatibles. We're not doing actual math, okay? So I'm going to say, well, I'm going to write it horizontally, okay? 134 divided by 5 equals, I don't know what it equals. Oops. My unknown, I'm just going to represent it with an X, okay? So I'm going to go, well, I want compatible numbers. I could round it to 13 and make it 130 divided by 5. But 13 divided by 5 doesn't work really pretty. That's why I want to use compatible numbers. Numbers that will work really pretty with our divisor. And our divisor, our vocab, is the 5. So I want to think, I want to turn that into a 0, no question. So I'm going to put a 0 here, and I know I want to divide by 5 to get the answer. What number is close to 13 that when we put it here, it can be easily divisible by 5? What's divided by 5 that's close to 13? 10 is divisible by 5, right? So I'm going to put 10 right here. I'm going to hold on to that 0 in my head, and I say 10 divided by 5 is 2. And then I pop that number on over there. That's 0. So 134 divided by 5 is about 20. But that's not the only correct answer. Okay? So let me look at the 134 again. I want to divide by 5. I want my last number to be a 0 that I'm going to hang on to. But what is maybe closer to 13 that is a pretty number that works with 5? Well, 15, right? 13 is close to 15, and it's really pretty with 5. 15 divided by 5 is what? 3. And then we pop that number we were hanging on to over there, and it's a 0. So, 134 divided by 5 is approximately 20, but it's also approximately 30. So our final answer here would be, sorry, I'm going to change colors, about 20 stamps on each page. Notice that. Or another correct answer would be about 30 stamps on each page. Now, ladies and gentlemen, notice where I get my sentence frame from. Okay? I take that final question and notice about, stamps, on, each, page. See that? I took the question and I turned it into my answer. Okay? So, either one of these would be correct as long as you show me how you got it. Okay? If you just put 30 when my brain thinks it should be 20, I'm going to mark it wrong. But if you put 134 divided by 5, that's our starting problem, and then you show me 150 divided by 5 is 30, I'd go, oh yeah, I didn't think of that one. That's not the one that came into my brain, but it is also correct. Okay? So your homework is going to be related to estimating quotients. Okay? If you missed any of this, remember, rewind, watch it again, add it to your notes. If there's something else that pops into your head that makes sense, that you understand better after watching the YouTube video 2 times, 3 times, whatever, add it to what I have. But this is the minimum. This is the smallest amount of what you should have written down in your notes.